talking about manifestation. We're talking about manifesting. It's a new year. A lot of people I know have written those affirmations. They got vision boards, honey. They're doing, they're not playing in 2022 with this manifestation. And so I have some thoughts. You have some thoughts. I So let's get into it. The first thing that I want to say, sister, to you and the people, is that manifestation is absolutely real. It's absolutely effective. It works. Manifestation is not a fairy tale or some type of. It works. It absolutely works, and I know it for a fact because I did it, and I didn't even know that I was doing it. And when stuff started to shift and then stuff started to happen, I still didn't know what was going on until after I came out of it, and I was like, whoa, that's not cool. That wasn't cool at all. So what is manifestation? What have we made of it? It's when we believe and we act on the power that we have to bring usually positive things into our lives, whether it be jobs, possessions. For me, it was an actual human being, but we're gonna get into that in a minute.
Right.
So we can manifest. We think about it. We write it down. We vision board it. We talk about it. We speak it in the present tense. And out of nowhere, boom, bam, bam,
Pow, pow, pow.
it's sitting right in front of you.
Yeah.
And essentially, it's like there's a fine line because as divine beings, we do have power, especially when you're operating in the Holy Spirit. You have the same resurrecting power that raised Jesus from the dead living within you. So we do have power. But manifestation is saying, this is on me. This is me. I don't need no help. I can bring whatever I want into my life, and I don't need no help. This is on me. And that is essentially where the problem comes in.
Right. Exactly right. Because it is essentially it's not a bad thing. It's not a good thing. You want something positive, like a new job, a better apartment, partner. You want something amazing. It's not, you don't want anything bad. You're not wishing anything bad on anybody. You want something good to come into your life. So you're writing it down. You're talking about it. You're, just thinking about it every day while you're doing the thing you don't like to do, or you're driving a car you don't like to drive. You thinking about your Bentley. You thinking about your house on the hills. So it's not like awful, but it's just I. It's you. You're operating with your own power and with your own stuff, and that's fine. But when you get that thing, if you don't do it with the right context, within the right perimeters, it can get real messy and be a disaster and take you out of here, essentially, depending on what you're asking for. So it's a real thing. It happens. We've seen it happen. You have lived it. I've never manifested anything. I'm pretty sure. No, I've never done that. But you have, and it worked. Essentially, you manifested something, and that thing showed up. But it's all about you.
It's scary because, again, when you're outside of the will of God and you start manifesting things that are not God's will for your life, you have to maintain it. And if that gift didn't come from God, where did it come from? There is no neutral land here.
Right.
Everything that we have, everything that we see, everything that we own, everything that we operate in is either from the kingdom or it's from the demonic. There is no neutral. There is no gray area.
Not at all.
They're coming from the kingdom of light or it's coming from the kingdom of darkness. So every possession, every opportunity, every relationship, everything is either from black or it's from white. There is no gray. So essentially, when you're manifesting, this opportunity or this job, if that's not God's will for your life and you get it, and you be so quick to thank God, but did that come from Him? Probably not. And there's a few ways that you can tell whether it's from him or not. Because the Bible says that every good and perfect gift comes from God. The Bible says the God maketh rich and he adds no sorrow to it. So if you get it and it's not good, it's not perfect, it's bringing you sorrow, pain, debt, dysfunction, depression, then that's not a gift. That's not of God. Yeah, you got all this money and all this influence and all this impact as far as celebrities and things, and they think, oh, I just want to thank God. A lot of those gifts simply didn't come from God.
Right.
You're misplacing your gratitude at
Right.
that point.
Exactly
And
right.
it's scary. I'm telling you, it's scary,
That's the
and
word for it.
it's scary, and it is questions. It's just like you can always test it. It's like, okay, so I'm manifesting this thing or this person. It's like, do I want these things more than I want God? Am I thinking about these things more than I think about God and His Word? Does the thing that I'm manifesting, this relationship, this car, this house, this opportunity, is it is it going to give God glory if and when I get it?
Right.
And if all those answers aren't aligning up to give God glory, then it's not from Him, and it's
Right.
not a part of His will for your life. Period. And again, it's a thin line, and we have to question where our gifts come from. We have to question what our true motives are. Like, why do you really want that thing? Where
Right.
is it coming from? Is it coming from a place of pride? Is it coming from a place where I want to show them what I can do or what I can be? I want to show off.
Right.
Wait, what's the motive? And that's a good place to start when you start thinking about the things that you want. Like, what is the real reason behind you wanting this thing?
Thing. Right. That's exactly right, because it's great to be intentional. It's great to, have those ideas and have those motives, but I think we all need to realize, PSA, newsflash, pew pew pew, pow pow pow. The devil gives gifts. Also, he gives great gifts.
Great gifts. Great
Like
gifts.
gifts you wouldn't even believe. Like everything that you've been asking for, he will sit it right at your feet, and you're gonna think it's perfect. It's gonna feel like the perfect time, the perfect
Yeah.
space, and it's not even from where it's supposed to be from. Because if you manifest all these beautiful big bad things and you get them and they're not from the Most High, essentially, like you mentioned, you're gonna have to work hard to maintain it because you're the CEO, not God. He's not running things. So if he didn't put it together, he is not obligated to keep it together. He's not obligated to keep it running. Your car, your business, your relationship. He is not obligated to any of that. He said, I don't even know. That was all you. So you got to put in that work. You got to deal with that.
Very
So that was the first thing that comes into my mind in regards to manifestation. Like, yeah, that's cool, but where did it come from? Like, the devil wraps up gifts and puts it in perfect timing or whatever. So I feel like the world just went crazy with that word. And it is a kingdom word. We were reclaiming that process. We're reclaiming that word because it is biblical. It can be sovereign. It can be good all the way, because if it comes from God, he gonna help you maintain it. He gonna help you to work through it because he knows where it came from. He gave it
right.
to you, so he's
Right.
not gonna put
Exactly.
more on you than you can bear, or give you gifts you can't, or add sorrow, like Tierra mentioned. Like, it ain't gonna be smooth sailing, because y'all know that ain't how it works. We still on earth. It's still gonna, things are gonna come up, but it's gonna be like more like this. It's gonna be like a glide, more like a, you know what I mean?
Instead of a force. You're exactly right. You're exactly right. And like I said, I didn't even know really quickly just what happened to me. Um, I didn't even know I was manifesting. That was not those were not my intentions.
Right.
Those were not my intentions. But at the end of the day, it was something that I wanted. So I was going to be, again, our word, intentional about getting it. It was put into my mind. That's why you have to have discernment. Like, is this me or is this God?
Right.
So for me personally, it was a partner. It was a specific person
Mm-hmm.
that I wanted in my life. And so I began to, y'all, I'm going to tell you everything I did. But again, I was not purposefully manifesting. This was just what came to me, and this is just what I wanted to do. So I put his picture as the face on my watch. I put a picture that reminded me of him or as my phone screensaver.
Mm-hmm.
I created a playlist. Music is so powerful, y'all. And that's a video for another day. I created a playlist of different songs that made me think of him.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote his name down in my room, and not just his name, but our essentially covenant name.
You were the missus.
Mr. and Mrs. So and so. Right? Wrote that down. Um, when I used to work out, I would work out in my room. And as I worked out, I listened to the playlist that I made. And then I would look at his picture while I worked out. So it was just constantly feeding myself on this man. And it just came out of, like, when I would tell people, like, oh, this is so and so, that's my husband. I wasn't playing around. Like, I just knew for a fact that maybe not now, maybe not later, but sooner, eventually, that was going to be my partner, and you couldn't tell me no different.
Right.
So it got to the point where then I was starting to be more progressive. Like, and that's another thing with manifestation. When it's not God, you do have to, like, force it. There's no flow. So I got to the point where I sent the guy the playlist. I sent him the playlist. Not anonymously. I sent gifts anonymously to his job. Like, planting seeds, y'all. Like, I was not playing. Sent a gifts to his job. Then I ended up telling him, like, oh, that was me. And I kind of put myself out there. And honestly, he shot me down at first. He was like, wow, I'm super surprised. Wasn't even expecting this, but that's just not how I feel. That's not where I'm at. We can be friends. I'm like, cool. I wasn't even worried about that. That didn't even bother me, y'all. They didn't faze me at all. Like, so I just stayed to myself, and then every now and then, I get a message from him. Like, we messaging now, like, we having little conversations, bop, 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 bop. Long story short, y'all, it got to the point where we were going to meet up face to face. And what I'm telling you, y'all, when we got together, I had just got with Jesus for real. I wasn't really all the way in. I was
Sold out.
Exactly. I was half in, half out. And I'm telling you, it was just sin. Now, where we didn't cross too many lines, but lines were crossed. I had manifested this man, and now I was sitting in his living room.
My Lord.
Sitting in his, and it was late at night. Y'all think these coincidences. It was late at night.
There are no coincidences, honey.
I had to take an Uber to him at the time because I was out of town. 45 minutes out of town, just doing crazy and stupid stuff. Sitting in this man's living room, like, 5 months ago, it was, let's just be friends. Now I'm sitting in your living room. And it was like sin. And now it was like, we almost ruined our little friendship because of that manifestation that I did.
Right.
And I didn't realize that that's what I was doing, y'all. I did not even realize that I was manifesting, but literally I was feeding myself this man for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, snack. You know, before I went to bed, driving in the car, listening to the playlist, and we definitely have to talk about how strong and powerful music is.
We do.
But that manifestation, y'all, is dangerous. It's dangerous, and I know from experience, it's dangerous. If I could go back, I would have never set myself up like that. Never in my life would I set myself up for something that God don't want for me, because it's only going to end in some type of pain, humiliation, destruction, depression, discouragement. I went to bed crying that night
Mm-hmm.
because of what had taken place. Because I'm thinking, oh, this is who I'm supposed to be with. He gonna see me. I'm gonna see him, and it's gonna be all great. It was not great, y'all.
Not even
So
close.
I'm telling you, the manifestation thing is dead. It's not the move. The only thing you need to be speaking over yourself is biblical. I am what God says I am. I'm the head and not the tail. I'm a lender and not a borrower. I'm a child of God. I'm a royal priesthood. Like, the scriptures hold weight too.
Mad
This,
weight.
this I am wealthy and I like all that stuff is cool, but at the end of the day, is it good or is it God? Because God gonna be the best, and I want the best. So I'm only speaking biblical scriptures and biblical words over my life. I'm not just putting stuff out there just to be putting stuff out there. Because at the end of the day, it's only going to end in destruction. It's only going to end in negativity and sin and darkness. And again, I wouldn't be speaking on it if I didn't know nothing about it. I manifested what I wanted and I got it, and it was the worst thing ever.
Nothing like you expected. Not even close.
Absolutely nothing like, literally, absolutely nothing like what I expected. And it's dangerous because some people get far out. Some people manifest things that they want, they get it, and it's good for a while. It could be good for about 20 years. But I promise you, at the end of that thing, it's not worth it.
It's not.
It's none of it is worth it. None
That's
of it is worth it.
That's crazy. Since, like I said, you manifested that thing all the way, and you got it all the way because you had and you worked for it. You, like I said, you did the work, and people think it's God because you got the faith and you put in the work. So it must be good. It must be God, and that's why it's a gray area. The devil and the enemy comes as a beacon of light. It's not a bad thing, but if you're manifesting a bad thing, it's gonna be a bad thing all the way to the core. And it's like, just say, God, I want what you want from me. I want
Exactly.
your will for my life. Like, I don't know what that is. It's not going to look nothing like what I want. It's not going to feel anything how I want it to feel. But I know if it's coming from you, it's the absolute best. And it's
Yeah.
going to last. And it's not going to be capped. And it's not going to be, I don't got to check phones and dodge bullets and, be crying all day. It's just gonna work,
Yeah.
essentially. And you're gonna have to work at that too, because God, He gives gifts that you have to work at as well. But if you feed your spirit man enough, you'll know the difference, and those
Yeah.
gifts are gonna just feel a whole lot better, just a whole lot better.
Yeah. Yeah. You're absolutely
So
right.
manifesting is cool. Like I said, B Simone made it cool.
Right.
But as you can see, if you read and you keep up with the this and the that, you know that
It's good, but it ain't God. At the end of the day, it's so good, but it's not God. And if it ain't God, it ain't good. So again, this was just like, again, it's a new year, and I know people out here, they're doing it. I know they're doing it, and it's like I said, that dude, y'all, he's a good dude.
he ain't a bad dude.
He in the church. He's not like a bad dude. But in the state, if that's not God's will for your life, it's bad. There is no gray area. So
Right.
again, like I said, I'm done with that. Like I said, I don't write that stuff. I can't. I would never do that again, and I don't want nobody else to get caught up in that, because again, it's dangerous territory. It's troubled water, and stay out, move out,
Keep out.
caution. Okay, caution. Do not, man. Lord, I want your will for my life. I know that every perfect and good gift comes from you.
Mm-hmm.
You never steer me wrong. You want what's best for me. You want to give me a future and a hope. You have plans to prosper me and not to harm me. So I want that. I don't want to manifest things that I want because I'm going to mess this up. I messed it up.
Right.
So, like I said, that's it. That's all I got to say. Y'all can journal, dream big, imagine. There's nothing wrong with that thing. There's nothing wrong with any of those
Not at
things.
all.
But when you start getting specific about things and you don't know that it's from God and it's not a God thing, and you don't know that for sure, leave that alone, bro. Leave that alone, sis.
Because God will give you clear direction. He'll be like, I'll be like,
Yeah,
I need to know my next move. I need to know my next thought. I need to know my next. I need you,
my
because if
next.
I do it on my own, I'm a wild out. I'm a be emotional. I'm a set something on fire. I need you to tell me what to do. And if you sit in that thing and you wait, like, okay, God, you said in your word that if I called on you, you gonna answer me.
You answer.
And he will show up, and it's gonna be up to you if you listen. Just like red flag, it's gonna be up to you not to paint the red flag. Hello, been there, done that. But he gonna show up and smack you in the face with information, the answer, the direction, and you just gotta be like, bet that's not what I was expecting. But it is what it is. I'd rather do that than whatever I was about to do. I don't trust myself enough no more. My track record like this. I need direction. Like I'm not about to just be out here just throwing it. No.
Yeah,
Not no more. No more. No more of that. Like if the directions are out there, the key is out there, and the way is out there, the truth and the light is out there, that's what I want.
right.
Manifestation can only get you but so much,
So
but so
far.
far. You'll get the car, but what is it really costing you? Your peace, you still sleeping, what your bank account looking like? Is your family losing time with you? Like what is the cost of what you're manifesting? Because when you get it from God, you know, God needs his time and his things too, but it's not going to, again, add sorrow. It's not going to cost you that much. When you
Right.
work with God and you do what God told you to do, like it's not going to cost you your peace or cost you your sleep or cost you, you know, your energy or anything like that. Because it
Yeah.
adds no sorrow to things that God has in store for us. And so I don't recommend 1 star for manifestation,
One.
okay? Because prayer works, okay? And manifestation is only going to get you part of the way. I don't care how big you are, or think your platform is, or how rich you are, or whatever, and say, I manifested all this. Well, it's costing you something. And if it's not costing you anything, there's a cap. And I'm sorry, my blessings from God don't come with a cap. They don't come with a peak. They just keep, okay? So
Amen.
it's gonna it's gonna come out in the wash anyway, how you got it and how you got there. So I'd rather God be backing me or God being the CEO than me saying, you know, it was
It's all
all
me.
me.
Right. Right.
You
I'm good
ain't
on me.
nobody. I mean, you
I'm
are
good.
somebody. You could be all somebody, but come on.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right, sis. Like I said, that's it. That's it. Let's chill. Like I said, just chill on that.
Yeah.
Just chill on the manifestation, because I promise you,
In the vision
it
board,
ain't.
like I said, just pray about it. Just back up and just ask God, like, okay, I want this, but what do you think?
What do you think about this?
How do you feel about this thing that I want, or this
For
city
real.
I want to move to, or this man that I want, or this stock that I want to invest in? Like, God cares about the little food that we eat and the clothes on our back. He cares about the birds and the flowers. Why don't you think he cares about your life decisions and the decisions that you're making for your children and your livelihood? You know what I mean? Like I
Yeah, and
said,
do the research. Do research for yourself. Like I
also as
said,
well,
there's a lot of people
readers are leaders.
who have done it and feel the way that I do.
Mhm.
test the spirit, pray on your own. You got to have your own relationship. You got to give your own account.
Mm-hmm.
But from experience and from a disciple perspective, Christians should leave that alone. Um, leave the manifestation in um, this new age Christianity and all of this stuff. We need to leave that stuff alone because it's dangerous. It's muddy territory, and essentially, it's not kingdom. So we shouldn't be involved. We shouldn't be involved. But this, like I said, this is good conversations. We love having good conversations because
Yeah.
this is what people are doing, and it's another year. Time, right? We all know the days are getting shorter, and time is winding up. So it's time for us to have real conversations about manifestation and yoga and tarot cards and crystals and sage. Like, we coming up all those streets. If you're not already following us on YouTube, we're having real conversations. Um, no sugar, all salt, because we're called to be the salt of the earth, and no sugar coated. There's enough preachers out here doing sugar coated messages, and we're not doing that.
We don't
I
have
don't know. I just love helping people. I love helping people because either you thought about it, you thought about manifesting, you are manifesting, maybe you considered it. I'm just saying, go ahead and leave that alone. I promise you, it's. I love y'all too much for y'all to just be bringing all types of stuff into your world, because it's not just gonna affect you. It could affect a generation, your bloodline, your womb. Let's just not.
Let's just not
Let's
even
just
dabble
not.
with that. Let's not do that.
But sis, do you have anything else you want to say? I mean, like I said, I love this. I miss you.
I miss
Um,
you.
I'm still in South Carolina, holding it down. I miss Dallas. I miss everything about Dallas. I miss Texas. I miss my people. I miss Naisha and Brianna and you and Tor and all my people. Um, but I'll be home soon, well, hopefully. But what you want to say to the people before we go?
That's it. That's all I want to say. I love y'all. We had a good amount of people just hop in or hop out, and we appreciate it. Like Tierra mentioned, definitely check out our YouTube channel if you're led to follow us or subscribe to our channel or just share with the twins babbling about. Just do that because we appreciate it. Or we can just, if we want to continue this conversation, all of our handles are everywhere, and we can talk. We can talk about it. We can hash it out. We can figure this thing out together. We're all in this together. I want to see y'all. You know what I mean? So we love it. We love y'all. Like I said, real talk, real conversations, because once our lives changed in the ways that they changed, we were convicted and led to get people who are our age or older, younger, whatever, who look like us or don't, to say, hey, this is kingdom living, and we're still navigating, we're still figuring it out, we're still learning. We are not pastors, we are not experts, we're not golden, we're not judging. We cannot judge anybody. If you missed Tiara's story about the manifestation, she manifested a whole man child, and it was a catastrophe. So like I said, we're going to keep having these real conversations about topics that we care about. Like, I want to know why porn is bad. I want to know why manifestation is not a good thing. I want to know why are we waiting to have sex before marriage? What if it ain't good? Like, we're going to get into all those conversations either here on Instagram or on our channel. So we appreciate you in advance for rocking with us. People who've been rocking with us since we were little. We love you, and we appreciate you. We see you. And yeah, that's all I wanted to say. That's it. We're not going to keep the people long because it's late. But I miss you. Obviously, I can't wait to be home with my family, because all my family is in South Carolina, okay? My friends and the people that I love are also here, and I'm going to see them this weekend. Can't wait. So yeah. We'll be together recording very soon, but yeah.
I hope so. But that's it. That's all. It's late, like I said. It's late.
Y'all
I'm
have
about
any questions? Anybody want to say anything before we log off? Hey, my
right.
love.
Hi.
Because we're just, like I said, I'm about to eat, unwind. We made it through. It's hump day. Okay, we made it to Wednesday. So, yeah.
That's it. That's it. That's it. That's all.
Thank you for watching our first live.
Right. You never been on live.
Hey,
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 English. You never
but
been on
yeah,
live.
we're gonna figure out this live thing next time. This is gonna be like pew pew pew, pow pow pow. Everything's gonna be. We're gonna figure out how to put the titles up and all that stuff. We're gonna figure all that stuff. Like I said, we are not techie, okay, but we here. Okay, we gonna figure it out one day at a time with God's help, Lord. So yeah, that's it.
That's it. This was cool though.
This was so cool. It's good to see you because we FaceTime all the time. We're like into this conversation about manifestation. We're like, let's go live and let's let the people know what we're talking about. So that's what we decided to do. So we are here. Like I said, I'm gonna drop a little tidbit. Okay, I did start a jewelry line. I'm very excited about it. I'm wearing all the pieces now, obvious pieces. So I'll have to put my links everywhere. It's just getting started, but I'm very excited about it because it's cute stuff that I wear all the time that you can wear, class it up, dress it down, whatever. So I'm very excited. It means a whole lot to me because we got to represent y'all. And it's a representation. It's a reminder. It's whatever you need it to be. So I appreciate y'all in advance for your support. I will drop the link. I gotta figure out how to do that. Like I said, we just get started here. Y'all wait, y'all. Y'all wait though. We gonna be real. But yeah, I will definitely let y'all in on it, and I love y'all. And yeah, that's it. That's all.
That's all. I'll probably call you.
Call me. Like I said, I'm about to tweet. I'm gonna try to put the thing in here.